about the professional girlfriend, ladies and gentlemen. 3,000 boyfriends this lady has. She makes $40,000 a month.
She makes custom videos.
Yep. Jenna Madison is her name. She's 30. She also has a real boyfriend in the real world.
I mean, like,
I feel sorry for that guy.
There are like,
and for all of her paying customers.
Yeah, I don't get that, man.
It seems extremely demoralizing to commit to something like that.
She has about 3,000 boyfriends, but only 124,000 followers.
Well, that's
kind of crazy.
124,000 followers on Instagram. 3,000 people are willing to pay for her services. $100 for a minute.
Yeah, to act like the girlfriend. Like, like, if you're not getting if you're not actually having sex with this person,
what's the point?
What are you doing? Are you paying for her to nag you?
It's like they want some kind of imitation of an emotional connection, which is how these girls on OnlyFans really make their money, is the private messages.
It's fast food.
A lot of the girls who have OnlyFans are under management agencies where they hire a bunch of probably dudes from Bangladesh to respond to their private messages and
Definitely
pretend to be
not
them.
Bangladesh. I know boobs and vagine don't come through on those Bangladesh.
I mean, whoever it is, whoever these precarity laborers are, they're men hired to message other men sexual and romantic messages.
Well, that's what Tate was doing, wasn't it?
Seems
Andrew
a
Tate
little
used to do
gay.
that? Like,
Yeah.
he had, was he the guy actually?
That's where the
sending
real
text
money
messages?
is made, because
Andrew Tate probably
Yeah.
sent a dude a message that said something along the lines of, "Yeah, I want to put my mouth on it."
Ryan Long has a skit like that. He goes, I'm an OnlyFans manager, and it's like he's like, my job is essentially to send dudes messages, like explicit messages all day. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
Everyone should go and watch that one. But yeah, like there's also this great meme that comes out now. It says like a supportive boyfriend in 2023, and it's just a guy holding a DSLR in a backwards hat recording someone, because that is what society considers a loyal and
if you don't want to
supportive
date a girl
boyfriend.
who has an OnlyFans, then
insecure.
you're insecure and a misogynist incel.
I would never date a girl that had an OnlyFans.
Well, I guess that makes you an incel, Phil.
I'm fine with it. I don't care. Like, I mean, and that's like, there's nothing wrong with hanging out with, or
you feel threatened by their success.
no. Like, there's nothing wrong with hanging out with girls. Like,
There's a $20 one there from Hobbit.
He said the gal who made Barbie is making a remake of the Chronicles of Narnia for Netflix. When are we colonizing space? I don't want to be on this planet anymore.
I don't blame you, man. Do what I do. Just watch old stuff. Just watch old stuff. Dude, there's like literally, if you go on Hulu, like depending what your genre is, right? Like I enjoy mysteries, or procedurals and dramas. So between Hulu and HBO Max, I could watch something like a new show in, just continue watching it to the end of the season and find a new show and never stop for like several years. And most of the time you don't want to do that. Most of the time you end up rewatching stuff you like anyways. Don't hurt yourself, and don't allow these people to hurt you with all of this garbage. Just rewatch the old stuff. It's better.
I just know that she's gonna write the White Witch to be actually
not White Witch?
Well, she's either going to race swap her, right? So she's not the White Witch, or she's going to be like an anti-hero.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know. It's do you think that like with this case here, like for her, like the boyfriend, the boyfriend who said, like they even pointed out, they're like, he has one boundary: she can't film scenes with other dudes. And like even in the article, there's like a tinge of like, how dare he have boundaries?
yeah, I mean, men are not allowed to have boundaries at all, or else it's misogyny. Yeah. From two progressives, I know that is not the majority of women. Most women understand that everyone's going to have some kind of boundaries.
In the chat, Thomas says he's talking about Murdoch Mysteries. I'm actually not, though. I do like the early seasons of that show. Yeah, like you're not, but you're not. You're right. You're not allowed to have boundaries anymore, because then they label you insecure.
Well, I mean, it's anything that you do is going to be bad. If you have boundaries, then you're insecure and you're controlling. If you don't, then if you encourage her to sleep with other women or whatever, then you're only doing it so you can get laid. If you encourage her to sleep with other guys, you don't want to commit to a woman. And it's it's the ability to problematize everything, and it ruins relationships.
Do you think this is also? I mean, there's no mention of a dad in this article.
Yeah, you mentioned that whenever these girls with OnlyFans or other spicy jobs talk about how they started out, they say, I was so worried what my mom would think about me. And then every time the mom is vaguely supportive because there's no father figure around, and she's using her daughter for money.
And in this one, she even points out, she goes, she was a little bit apprehensive about it, but I was paying the bills. So, that's the way it is, right? I feel like I just wonder what it's like for those dudes, right? Because it's like I found an article that I sent you earlier that it wasn't for the show today, but I thought it might be something we could mention tomorrow. It said like male virginity is like steadily on the rise, and dudes are they're just not connecting, and they're not for whatever reason. I'm not here to speculate what those reasons are. I'm just saying that, like, in an era where they're not connecting with anyone in the real world, they'll take anything. They'll even pay for it, and it's sad.
Well, it's weird because, like, with women who seem to can't like find a boyfriend or whatever, and they do exist. Like when I was on TikTok before I was unceremoniously banned, I saw a lot of girls make videos like, I'm 21, 25, or even 30, and I haven't had my first kiss yet. And then tons of girls in the comments are like, hey, I'm even older and I still haven't had my first kiss. Don't worry about yourself. Like, I'm in a way worse situation. It's countless comments of women like this. So like, but they are not subscribing to OnlyFans to have a fake boyfriend.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what the whole, like, the whole sex work industry, it's the vast majority of it is women catering, making content for men or servicing men or whatever. It's not like men or there's not a lot.
Yes!
Thank you.
Yes! We get comments like a lot of times when these appear in like the segments, and people are like, what's the loud noise for? Thank you guys.
That is so loud.
It is loud.
It's really loud.
It's really loud.
Also, like, one unfortunate thing is that when that recent video of that girl who was like 24 came out and she said she hadn't had her first kiss, all the comments from guys were that she was lying. And it's like, we're not going to get anywhere by just saying that all of the girls in the comments are lying. They have no incentive to do so.
I don't know what the reason would be for her to do that.
It was a bunch of women who were like, I'm 28 and I haven't been kissed yet, or I'm 28 and I've never been in a relationship before.
Guys think because women control access to sex that women have, like, automatically had every opportunity and stuff. And there's plenty of women out there that are like, look, if a guy doesn't make a move on me, I'm not going to make the first move.
Because it's just not in their nature.
Exactly. Yeah, that's completely normal. But there's way more guys than ever that are like, fuck making the first move. You'll get in trouble that way. Yeah. So I mean, so these kind of things have an effect on both men and women.
And that's algorithmically propped up today because those stories are interesting. So those stories make it into people's timelines. They make it onto social media, and it's kind of like the stories about like what was the guy who got arrested for interfering on the subway, right? And now we hear all the stories of all the people who don't want to interfere when something bad happens to someone on a subway because they don't want to go to jail, right? Is that actually what would happen to most people in that circumstances?
Look, that's more risky. Like, putting a guy in a headlock on a subway is more risky than going up to a girl at a bar and speaking to her. Like,
I mean, they don't know.
And there are so many videos that spread fear porn about approaching women now, made by women, that say, saying. I just viciously rejected this guy at a bar because he has no right to speak to me. I was minding my own business, blah, blah, blah. And they let that type of content, which is just rage baiting, paint their entire view of the world and the opposite sex, which they shouldn't do. And the guys who are willing to take those risks then clean up. Like, they have all the options in the world.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'm saying, like, everyone is being in some way, shape, or form algorithmically manipulated by the content you're looking at, making these problems seem worse than they are in a lot of ways, or at least preventing you from taking a risk when everybody should be willing to take a risk once in a while. So, you know what? All I'm saying is don't get the the online girlfriend so that
You're
can
probably messaging a man anyway.
I don't like the idea of it's like anybody who when you message has to give you like times and conditions apply. Not good. Just I don't know what the solution is, but I'd almost say loneliness is better than this.
The thing is like I don't get the whole like fake like just making believe that it's your girlfriend and you're paying her to make believe on the internet. Like,
yeah,
I feel like you could. I mean, obviously, maybe you can't find a connection on the internet, but I feel like I don't know that just seems like why are you paying them to make believe that they're
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I just I don't see the attraction.
like when
there.
we were talking about Brecky Hill yesterday, I like saw that when she promotes her OnlyFans on her Instagram, she captions it like it's a picture of her ass, and then she captions it, "Come talk to me," and then and adds the link to her OnlyFans. Like
Yeah.
that's so sinister that the marketing tactic is like, come here to my OnlyFans and I'll speak to you and we'll have a special connection, and you're like not like the other hundreds of thousands of guys who subscribe to me. That's really evil.
Yeah, it's the world we live in right now, and it's not good. But I don't
But
see
again,
it getting
like,
better.
Any of the guys that are subscribed to an OnlyFans, period, or who have an online girlfriend or something like this, they're undateable anyway. Like no girl worth anything would want to spend their time talking to one of these losers. So just stop subscribing to OnlyFans,
And you're on your way to a
You're only
better
making
world.
things worse for yourself.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.